It's been a minute since I did a video. I literally just been very low key, keeping my pregnancy because I'm pregnant. I've been keeping my pregnancy kind of like low key for a while. Me and my boyfriend agreed. Just we're just very kind of low key people in general. So like I only show people whatever I want to show to them on Instagram, but a lot of things that are really like personal to me, I like to keep kind of to myself. But yeah, I'm pregnant and it's twins. So happy. I am right now exactly 29 weeks, and I'm just gonna kind of go through what I've kind of been going through as symptoms of like being pregnant, first time mom. Also, I am gonna talk about kind of like what I've kind of been experiencing carrying twins. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Currently I am in my third trimester, so I'm going to kind of talk briefly about each trimester. So if y'all seen on my Instagram, I went on a vacation to Miami with my boyfriend, and we had so much fun. Like that was back in May. Had a great time. Honestly, that was like our first vacation. So, you know, like sometimes things happen. So that thing happened, and I come back, and my birthday is around the corner. My birthday is June 18th. So I was also dealing with around that time. That's when a lot of things, honestly, I really started to be just low key to myself. I kind of stopped posting because I had lost my grandmother. So I found out about that the day before my birthday. So, you know, I had this news and it just broke my heart, and then it's my birthday and I have to, you know, pretend I'm all happy and all that stuff. So that was June 18th. Now, a week later, I went to, not even a week later, it wasn't even a whole week. It was like a couple days later, I had went to North Carolina for a funeral. Well, for her funeral. And so around June 18th, by my birthday, I was pregnant. I didn't know. I didn't know I was pregnant then. And yes, I was drinking. I didn't drink. I don't know if I drank so much. Actually, yes, I did. I did get drunk. I forgot. Yeah, I did. Because that was a hard day for me. So I just didn't want to do anything. So I did get drunk. But I was pregnant. We just didn't know. Now, I was doing DoorDash. That's how I was making like my money. And, you know, I've been having on and off problems, like sometimes bowel movements. Sorry, this is like a TMI, but y'all are here. So y'all are already in my business anyway. So I be like sometimes having like problems like bowel movement problems, constipation, you know, all of that, like abdominal pain, like, and the thing is that it can get so bad that I can't even walk, like, or I just can't even eat, and because I'm just so full, because, you know, nothing is passing through. So I've had on and off, and it will come and go. But since this year, since like last year and this year, it's been getting more frequent. I want to say a good 3 maybe 4, but at least average 3 days I'm feeling like that. And like, it's just pain. You know, I've even been to the hospital and all they do is like just send me home with Miralax every single time. June passes, and it was the very end of June, like the very, very end of June. And, you know, I'm doing DoorDash, you know, and all that stuff. And just like, it was just one particular day I was like, you know what? I need to go home. I'm not feeling well. So, and I'm, like I said, I'm just thinking maybe it's the whole constipation because I was the whole symptoms, the same exact thing. And I wasn't feeling nauseous at all. It was just more so like just pain and, you know, just feeling I felt very tired. I felt extremely tired. Like, and, you know, I was telling my boyfriend, like, I just don't feel well, whatever. And he was just like saying, well, try the heating pad and, you know, trying to get something to eat. And I was not wanting to eat at all. What made me want to take a pregnancy test was because, so this was now July 2nd. So this incident happened the very end of June, and now it's going into July. So it must have happened like either June 30th or 31st. I don't know, whatever the last day was. And it's going into July. So by July 2nd, I'm still feeling, you know, not so well, but I'm just feeling so tired. I have my menstrual cycle tracker on my phone. So I always sometimes, like, if I feel like I'm just a little late or whatever, just to try and see, I try and prepare myself because, like, I may stick up a tampon or freaking use a pad like a day or two early than when I'm supposed to have my menstrual cycle, so that way I don't have like accidents or whatever. I was looking at my phone and I was like, it said I was supposed to, you know, be on my period like June 20th something. I would think it was like 25th or whatever, and it's like July 2nd. So I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna panic because, you know, because I was thinking my head like, okay, well, I'm not pregnant. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm not pregnant because I don't know. I guess I was thinking that way because, like, you know, me and my boyfriend, like, we've had sex before, plenty of times, and, you know, the pull-out method does not work, okay? Like, I need people to know that. And the thing is, people won't, me saying this, you probably won't even understand, you probably won't even take my advice or whatever, but it'll be one of those things that when you become pregnant, and you realize that the way you got pregnant is because you tried the pull-out method and you just thought that that was gonna be okay, and then you give people advice. Like, so I'm giving the people out there saying it does not work. So then as a joke, I go to my boyfriend and he's in the sunroom just chilling. I'm like, you know, hey babe, like, I'm not feeling well, and, you know, I'm supposed to be already on my period. Like, I'm like, should I take a pregnancy test? Like, and I'm smiling and I'm just like, should I take one just to, you know, just to like kind of like be like, okay, I'm not pregnant, like, and then we can just move on with our lives. So he was like, yeah, you know, he was like, you think you're pregnant? And I said, no, but I was just gonna take one just to take one. So I go in the bathroom, and this is late at night. I think it was like 9 or 10 at night or whatever. But all I know is I took that test, and, you know, I just, you know, take the test or whatever. I, you know, place it on the counter, go chill with him for a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about the test or whatever, and I was about to like just look at it, get it, and throw it away. That was what my plan was, because it was like, I knew I wasn't pregnant. I just knew. One I had was the one, it's either if it's positive, it's like the cross. And if it's negative, it was only like a vertical, I mean, not vertical, horizontal line. So how it showed was like this line, the horizontal line was very like faint, but this one was very clear. So I was like, well,
if 2 plus 2 is 4, right? And 5 plus 5 is 10, okay. What the fuck is this?
I literally was like, I'm pregnant. And Dre, my boyfriend, he's not even near the room yet. So I didn't even tell him yet. So I'm thinking in my head, what? Like, no, this can't be. If this is the negative line, the horizontal line, and this means negative, it doesn't matter if it's faint or not. The fact that this line, the vertical line, is present and it's vivid, it doesn't matter. Like, you're pregnant. I went to Dre and I looked at him. I said, he was like, what? I said, babe, I think I'm pregnant. And then he was like, what? And I was like, you have to see this. So he comes rushing over. We were looking at the thing. He's trying to tell me, like, no, because, this line is faint. That is either you get a positive up and down or just a negative, which is horizontal. So just because you can barely see this line, it doesn't matter. If you can vividly see the vertical line, you're pregnant. So basically, yeah, went back to the sink. We seen that they were both positive, and we looked at each other and was like, we're about to be parents. So what I did is that I know like what I believe in, and I'm not gonna force a guy to be with me or take care of our children if they don't want to. So but I knew that I don't believe in abortion. And I knew whenever the time came to be a mom, like maybe that was my calling and God blessed me. So I think of it like that. So I knew in my heart already, like, if this is for real, I'm keeping them. I had asked Dre and I looked straight at him and I said, babe, what do you want to do? He said, what do you mean? I said, well, if I'm pregnant, like, what do you want to do about it? He was like, we're about to be some parents. I was happy because, like, it's important to ask even somebody that you're in a relationship with, because you might think that they're ready and then later on you find out they're really not, or later on you wish that like they might try and convince you to get an abortion and you don't want to, things like that. So it was very important for us to like know the answer and be on the same page and figure it out. I was still a little bit like, I don't know, what if these pregnancy tests been sitting for a while? Like, oh, the next day I went to the store. I think I went to like CVS, Walgreens, I don't know, and I bought the clear blue pregnancy tests. 2 of them were it says pregnant, no pregnant, and then the other 2 it just showed the line. So I went home, took all 4 of the tests. So that was in total of 6 tests. 6 tests in total. I took all 4 and they all came back pregnant. And I took screenshots and everything and sent it to Dre. So Dre is like happy. He's very like, like he was just like, wow, I'm about to be a dad. And so we were already like calling the baby like little Butterbean. So now we're to the first appointment. We found, by the grace of God, like, I was gonna panic. I cried so much the day I was supposed to get a test. I was supposed to get I was supposed to have my first appointment with this clinic, and they called me the day of, that morning. You have a test. Oh, no, like, yeah, you have a pregnancy test coming up, and here, and we were gonna get you registered here for our clinic. And they said, oh, we just have to ask you a question first before we can confirm your appointment. I said, okay. So then they were like, did you oh yeah, so let me go back. I forgot, my bad, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting. Bear with me. Also, the reason why I decided to take a pregnancy test is because not only did I notice that I was a little late, also I did bleed. I did bleed for 1 day. And no, I bled for 2 days. But the way it was as if, like, you know us females, like, it was as if the period was about to stop. So it's like different color, was darker, and it wasn't a lot. Like, I usually have heavy flows in the very beginning, but this one was extremely, I'm talking about like extremely light. By the third day, it was just spots. Nothing. And that's when, by the third day, that's when I decided to look at the my tracker, and I was like, okay, like, I was supposed to already been, first of all, have my period, and now it's here, but now it vanished, and that never in my life ever happened. Now fast forward to now, I'm supposed to be going to my first appointment, and they were like, oh yeah, we just have to ask you a question to confirm, or whatever they said. So they were just like, have you bled or whatever. I think they said something along those lines, like, have you bled since you found out you're pregnant, or whatever. And I explained to them, I said, well, I bled for like 2 days, and then by the third day it went away, like nothing. They literally, and I was supposed to have that appointment that afternoon. They literally said, well, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to cancel your appointment because since you've bled, they're basically trying to say, like, I'm not pregnant because I'm on my period. So they canceled my appointment. And I'm like, I didn't know what to say. So I'm like, oh, okay. So the fact that they canceled it literally broke my heart, because I've been waiting for this appointment for a while. I was so upset. I went to my boyfriend just crying my eyes out. He's trying to comfort me. So we were in the car, and I was just so miserable. We had to drop off paperwork or whatever. Wasn't working. I got so sick. And my boyfriend, everything was just a lot for us. It was a new adjustment. I felt so, like, helpless and so, like, frustrated, the fact that I could not work. I was like, when I tell you, I was so tired. I tried my best to get out the bed and to get in the car. I just needed to go home, and I needed to rest. And then on top of that, I was feeling so nauseous. I didn't want to eat. So I was definitely feeling those pregnancy symptoms. This is now the first trimester. It was a lot of physical things I had to adjust to, but it was getting emotional for me a little bit, because I had to adjust, and I wasn't, like, used to just depending on anyone, especially a man. My family did not, literally my family did not raise me to be that way. So the fact that, we have bills, we still have to, pay for those bills, and I'm running short on money. All I have is basically my boyfriend, and he's working so hard, and like, oh my gosh, like I couldn't have a better partner than him. He's just been very supportive. But I didn't like the fact that I really could not do anything. We had to drop off paperwork to let the state know like I'm pregnant, and maybe just to see if there's other options like government assistance and all that stuff. And I heard about the WIC program, and I'm just signing up for things like that, maybe something to help us out, because it was a hard adjustment. We were driving around dropping off paperwork, and I was literally on my phone. I was on Google, and I was looking at like clinics or something, or whatever, like something open, like I can just go to and just, I just wanted confirmation. So I found this place. Oh my gosh, like literally I felt like it was meant to be. It was meant to be that day, because we found the place the same day that that clinic I was supposed to go to canceled on me. So it was literally like how everything happened was very, like literally just a blessing in disguise, because we ended up at some like Christian clinic, and the aura was just very peaceful. It was just very relaxed. It was very, like, you could tell people were just trying to help, and it's a non-profit, and it was just amazing. And then we met one of the ladies that works there. She's like a kind of, I want to say like maybe like a lifestyle coach. But she was a beautiful spirit. That's all I can remember. I go to the bathroom and do the test. They come back, they let us know like, like, yes, you're about to be parents. And me and Jer's just so happy. We talked to the lady, and she's asking us questions about our decisions, and what do we want to do, and just a lot of things, because it was kind of like a counseling thing. So we talked about things, like how we agreed, like, yes, like we want to keep the baby, like we don't want to adopt, we don't want to give the baby up for adoption, we don't want to abort the baby, like we want our child. I had my first ultrasound, I want to say maybe like shortly after. It could have been that following week. I had my first ultrasound, and I went to the same place, the same clinic, the nonprofit clinic. At first it was just me in the room, and they were gonna bring my boyfriend back to the room. They just had to get me set up, and then they had to do like a dang, I forgot what it's called, but it's like an ultrasound, but it's like for your cervix, I think. She did the ultrasound, she was getting things prepared, and it was the way she said it. It was like, hold on one second, I'm gonna go ahead and bring your boyfriend in, so he can see this too. That, like, so she said it something like that. So I'm thinking like, oh, okay. I was trying to figure out where, like on the screen, where is the baby? They bring my boyfriend back in, and she does the ultrasound again. And she was like, okay. She was like, so I want y'all to see this. She was like, here's a baby right here. And that's how she said it. She was like, here's a baby right here. And then she just circled the other one. She didn't even say it. She was like, here's a baby right here. And then she just started circling the other. And I'm like, I said, are those twins? And she was like, yeah. And me and Dre were just freaking like, we were just so happy. We were like, what the heck? Like, we're about to have twins. No one knew about, first of all, nobody knew we were having twins. And nobody knew that we were pregnant. The only people that knew was his friends. But, they were the only people. They were just keeping things on hush for us too. We didn't even tell family. We didn't tell nobody. So basically when when that happened, because the thing is, we were gonna wait to tell family until we kind of got further along, and just because it was our first pregnancy, and I didn't want to get my hopes up. I sometimes I always felt like, okay, can I have children? It's a blessing. It truly is a blessing. Some women, they don't get the chance to experience what other women get to experience naturally. So when I got pregnant, I took that as a true blessing. I was not trying to think like, oh, I'm just pregnant. Just like, no, that was like, I was chosen. I was the chosen one. That's how I felt. Because it was to a point that I couldn't take it anymore. I needed to tell my mom and my sister. I'm very extremely close with them. And I was dealing with things. I just wanted their advice so bad. And I just had to keep sneaking around and keep like, they're checking up on me. And I'm just like, oh, I'm just not feeling well. I'm just whatever. Or I'll just lie and be like, yeah, I'm about to go to do DoorDash and not do DoorDash. So basically, like, once we found out we were having twins, Dre was like, he definitely can't hold this. Like, we definitely couldn't hold it anymore, at least with family. So basically after we left the clinic with our pictures, and I think I might have, yeah, I'm gonna put the first picture in the video as well. So like after we left the clinic, my boyfriend calls his family. His whole family was happy when they found out. And then I wanted to go home. Once we got home and everything, because I was like, oh, I guess it's time for me to tell my family, So I called my mom and my sister. I had them on three-way. I said, hey y'all, I said, I'm just checking in on y'all, and I said, I have to tell y'all something. And before I could even freaking say it, my sister's like, you're pregnant. And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm so serious. And I told her, I said, but wait, it's more. I said, I'm having twins. And they were just so happy. They were just so shocked. Like, they were like, what? Like, twins? Like, that's, oh my gosh. And it's just so amazing, because the backstory about the whole twins thing too is that, Dre and I, we've asked, his side of the family, we asked my side of the family, we don't know any twins that run in the family, so it was like, wow, like we're pretty much the first ones bringing in some twin babies. Like, where do they come from? But however, it was like we were happy, but we weren't shocked. Honestly, we weren't shocked, because even before me and Dre met, we've always had dreams. I know I definitely had dreams. He told me that he had dreams too, but in these dreams, we'll see children that are ours. Well, not ours, but like in my dream, I would see my children, but I would never see just a boy or just a girl. It was always twins, and I could never see their face. I could always see either them sitting down playing, but their backs were turned facing me, so I can't see their face, or they were like babies in their little bassinets, and the bassinet is like covering them, and I just see the pink and blue blankets on top of them, like things like that. They were always close in age, so they were just always twins. And he said that he had similar dreams too, like that. So it was so funny, because the day before my ultrasound appointment at that place, we went grocery shopping, and he said, what if they're twins? And I'm like, that would be crazy if they are. And I was like we were talking about, like, like, really, what if? And I told him, I said, well, shoot, that would be cool. Because I always said I wanted a big family. I said I wanted like 6 kids, but I didn't really want to pop out. Like, I didn't really want to basically be in labor 6 times. I said if I could have some twins here, then triplets there, like, shoot, I'm good, you know. So I wanted a really big family. So now my, you know, both of our sides know, our immediate family. I had to tell my dad. I was so scared. And I didn't tell him the same day as like the same day that we told you know, like his mom and his siblings, and then my mom and my sister. I didn't tell my dad that same day. It was like, I don't even know. It could have been like a week or two, maybe like at least 2 weeks. And you know, my sister, my mom was like, when are you gonna tell him? You're gonna have to tell him. You're gonna have to tell him. But I was just so scared because it was more so was like I didn't want him to judge me. And he's never met my boyfriend. He's met other boyfriends before. It was just more so as far as like us talking about boys. We don't talk about boys. I don't talk to him about my love life. I don't talk to him like the way I talk to, like, have conversations with my mom is completely different than conversations with my dad. Completely different. And with my mom, she's a little bit more open, so I can talk to her pretty much about anything, you know. And with my dad, it's like, I mean, he's a military dad. I'm his only daughter. You know, it's just like, you know, he treats me like his little princess, and he looks at me like I'm his. I mean, I'll always be his little girl, but he treats me like that, you know. So I think if I'm growing up, I think like it's just hard to take in. And that's what I was thinking. So one day, my mom was like, "You need to call him. Just call him right now. Just call him." So I was like, "Well," I said, "I'm scared." So I called him. And I put him on a speaker. My mom was like, "Amber got something to tell you," and he was like, "Okay, I'm listening." Like, and I didn't know what to say. I said, "Oh, hi, Dad." He was like, "Hey," like it was so like dry, and I'm like, "Oh crap!" I'm like, "Ah." So then I said, I couldn't just go out and just say, "Yeah, hi, Dad, I'm pregnant." Like, no, I was just too scared. So my mom was like, "Say something, Amber, just say something." And then my dad's like, "What, pumpkin? Like, you're scaring me." And I said something. All I said was something's coming in June. Or no, I said something's coming in February. Because my due date is February 26th. He was like, I'm not understanding. And then my mom was like, you know, what could be coming in February? So he just paused. I didn't hear anything. And then all I heard was like a chuckle, like him laughing now. Sometimes he chuckles when he's pissed though, off. So, I was like nervous. I didn't know what type of chuckle that was. So he was like, "Oh my gosh." So then we were like, "What?" He was like, "You're pregnant." And I said, "Yeah, Dad." And then he was like, "Oh my gosh." And he was like, and then the first thing he said was he was not mad at me. He said he should be for some reason, but he's not mad. He was actually very happy. You know, we talk all the time, and he's just very, very happy about the babies. And oh yeah, and I had told my stepdad too. I had to call him and tell him about the twins. So yeah, so basically everyone knows as far as like just immediate family. So no friends know at this time, and nobody outside of like our parents and siblings know. Basically now it is going into, so I told them around August. That had to be around like the first week of August, that we started telling our family. So now I have to go out of town to tell my family in North Carolina, and I surprised them, and I'm gonna also include how I surprised them. Both sides. I went to my grandmother's birthday party, surprised her and that side of the family.
Yeah, you're gonna have to break the egg, crack it.
No, it's a crack egg.
Like just crack it.
You
Smash it with your hands or something.
Smash it with your finger. No, with your finger. Well, she may not be able to.
Yeah. Oh my God.
A little birdie came to say, we have a baby on the way.
Who was that? Oh, Evan! Oh my God! Congratulations! Oh, what?
What does that say?
A baby boy.
No, it does not.
No.
What does it say? You gotta read it.
Read it, Mother.
It says baby A and baby B.
Yes.
Too bad.
Oh my goodness.
Then I went to my dad's side of the family, surprised his side of the family.
Now it's our turn. Guess what we're expecting too? Expecting what?
You're pregnant. Oh! And twins?
Okay, here's you have to open it.
Twins?
I don't know.
Oh, that's why Michelle face. Congratulations, Amber.
Oh.
Does Juba know? Oh, what did he say?
A lot.
Oh,
Good things. Good things.
Was he calm?
Oh my goodness, twins.
So I'll include both of those videos, and so now by then, as far as symptoms, I'm still feeling tired. It was pretty hard. Like, I wasn't feeling well at all. I was sick. I didn't really want to do anything much. And you know, that's just basically the main symptoms. I had a bad acid reflux type thing. I don't know. I had to take medicine for it. I was spitting like all the time, like not like spitting up, but like literally just I had so much saliva built up. And then I noticed, oh my gosh, like my boobs, oh my gosh, they freaking were on fire. But yeah, I was having trouble holding things down. I couldn't drink anything. It was hard to even drink water. I had to understand my body, and I tried to understand what it wanted, what it needed, and what was gonna work, because a lot of things that I liked, I no longer liked, or things that I was used to and I no longer wanted to do anymore. And you know, my boyfriend was trying to get me to go even exercising. That was hard.